Ayush, we can start now at 7:30.
Good evening, guests and fellow Toastmasters. A very warm welcome to the 141st meeting of the Gabbys Online. Sorry, excuse me, what is the meeting number?
5.
Meeting number 5.
Okay. Welcome to the fifth meeting of the Gabbys Online Toastmaster Club. I am Ayush Goyal, your star for today. I am sure you are as excited as I am. Let me highlight few very important key points for our meeting. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for 2 hours. Before we start the meeting, I want to highlight some key points. Your video should be on and audio should be off. Audio should be on only when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restriction on speaking on these topics at the Gabbys Toastmaster Club, however, we request all the speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. We also urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and in spirit. Hence, ensure there is no sexist, racist, or any such undertones which creates hostility and discomfort for members or guests. Let me now call upon the presiding officer of the meeting. The presiding officer for today is Toastmaster Priyanka Rannorey. She is a research and development engineer at Nokia, a fitness enthusiast, and she enjoys traveling to places that hold significant history. So, can we have a loud round of applause for Toastmaster Priyanka, the presiding officer for today's meeting?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ayush, for such an elating introduction. Fellow Toastmasters and your guests, a warm welcome to the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I hope you all had a wonderful day. At least if somebody asked me, I had a hectic day. But I'm sure if all of you had a wonderful day, or if not a fairly fair day, by end of today's meeting, you are definitely going to feel elated, amazing. Today's theme of the meeting is the compound effect. Now, what is the compound effect? It is nothing but taking those small right decisions that will help you reach to the bigger goal that you all are looking forward. There's a very famous quote that says, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And trust me, every journey starts with that single step that we all take. If I need to reflect back, it is that one single step that I took that got me to this beautiful organization, this family that I am a part of. At least 4 years back, I was contradicting. I was confused. Do I really need to get into Toastmasters or no? Because it was my brother, a couple of my friends who told me about this Toastmasters. And then I was like, do I really need it? But they forced me to attend as a guest. And trust me, that one step that I took changed my life. I became a Toastmaster from a very shy person who could never interact with anyone or strike a conversation. I can say I have grown pounds. And that's what this organization or this club does to each one of us. I just cannot imagine that today I am, speaking to all of you without any fear or hesitation. And that is what we all need to do. If I had taken a step back and not taken that one step, then I wouldn't have been what I am today. A person that understands how important to respect every perspectives. Perspectives doesn't have to be a perspective that you believe. They can be varied perspectives, but it's very important to understand and respect. It is also one thing I've realized is that every perspective is not wrong. It is right in their own way. And that has helped me grow and understand each and every decision that I take in my life, that it be professional or personal. Now, I would like to know from each one of you, Why are you all here? I'm sure there is some reason that you've all taken this one step. And I would like to ask the guests who are present today. Can any one of the guests please tell me what has taken you to take this one step to be here today as a guest? Anyone?
Opportunity, Priyanka. Toastmaster Priyanka. Opportunity.
Absolutely. Opportunity. It could be opportunities in your professional. It could be an opportunity to understand your own self. Thank you so much, Tessie. Anybody else? May I request some guests? Kiran, would you like to please share me the reason that you're here?
Um, yeah, again, going back to what you correctly said, that you were a shy person. And I feel I am in that stage right now, wherein I really feel hesitant to express myself in front of the public. And that is that is my reason for, starting this journey.
Wow, that is beautiful. And I hope this journey will be a fruitful journey for that one step that you've taken. Anybody else?
We have Diane. She's written, I think, career.
Career or Rohit Koka. I've come here to witness. Oh, okay. Amazing. Thank you so much. Monica, would you like to share?
To improve myself, Priyanka.
Thank you so much, Monica. I'm sure we all have varied reasons that we all are here to improve ourselves, to know ourselves better, to become a better version of ourselves. It can be infinite reasons. Wow, Dina, thank you so much. To feel inspired speech or to give inspired speech. Thank you so much, Dina. Lovely. Exactly. We all are here for varied reasons. And I feel those reasons are very, very important for us to even realize those. And I feel being a part of this organization, this club helps you all reflect. Reflect on yourself, reconcile with yourself, and restart your journey for your own self. And I think that is very important when we reflect, reconcile with ourselves, and restart our journey. Because when we restart, we will reach to the heights or to be the best version of ourselves. And I am hoping that today's event, by end of today's meeting, all of you, every section gives you a compounding, inspiring reason or a realization or a reason to reflect and make your journey a fruitful journey. To take the first step to join Toastmasters or to take your step forward towards your Toastmasters journey. And to take this meeting forward and to make you all realize the compound effect that this journey can give you, we have someone with us who is a passionate health and nutrition coach by profession and intelligence analytic at course 5. And today, she is going to take us to a journey of compound effect. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Toastmaster of today's meeting, Toastmaster Jyoti Mandal.
Thank you for the lovely introduction, Priyanka, Toastmaster Priyanka. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing great. So let's start with with today's theme. I'll ask you a question. Does any one of you have kids or nephew or niece? You can raise your hands. Okay. Okay. Now think, for example, your kid asked you 1 rupee today to buy a chocolate. Will you give 1 rupee? You can raise your hands, please, for these questions. Yes, you'll give. How many of you will give? You can raise, and the next day, the same kid comes again and asks 2 rupees. Will you give? It's just 2 rupees, right? What matters? Okay, let's see. So like this, the kid will come for 3rd day, 4th day, 5th day, and Every day he'll ask double of 1 rupee. How many of you will give? Till 30 days. Diana will give. Okay. Till 30 days. How many of you will give? Nobody? Only Diana? Okay. So do you know how much you will end up giving in this way for 30 days? Any idea? Okay. So let me tell you. Today's theme is compound effect, and here is the answer. Can I host disable participant screen sharing? Can anyone enable?
Yes, you have the rights.
Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So here is the answer. If you double 1 rupee every day till next 30 days or 31 days, if you double it for 30 days, that means you will end up giving 53 crores. And for 31 days, it's 1 billion. That is the power of compounding effect. And those of you who raised your hands, that means, I don't know how you will manage, but you have to give maybe 53 crores for 30 days. Okay, so that's the power of compounding effect. So coming to, see, compounding effect is not only for like mathematical side, right? I'll not talk about investments, SIP or savings, right? So I'll not talk about that. Everybody is great in those aspects. But as per Warren Buffett, compound effect is the 8th wonder of the world. Agree, right? Just now we have seen how the compound effect is working. Okay, so before I proceed with the theme, I would like to call the general evaluator of today's meeting. So our general evaluator is Preeti Jain. So Preeti is an ICF certified life coach and corporate NLP trainer. Her mission is to inspire and empower the fellow individuals. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator. Give a big round of applause.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters of the day. Toastmaster Jyoti, it's a quick check. I am audible, clearly, loud enough. Is it too much? Thank you, Nancy. Thanks a lot. Very, very warm good evening to each and everyone present here. I'm glad that Chaitanya has requested me and I could take the role of GE. And why this is so important. It's a magic of Toastmasters, because in Toastmasters, we truly believe that our best one is always the next one. And that is why every speech or every role here is evaluated so that we can learn about the aspects in our performance that can be worked upon to perfect our next one. So as a general evaluator, my role is to evaluate every aspect of today's meeting right from before the meeting started. And to help me with that, I have a beautiful team of amazing evaluators, first of all, who are going to evaluate the finest aspects of each and every speech, and then a wonderful team of timer, accounter, and grammarian, who will keep an eye on the finest of aspects of each and every role, each and every member present here. So before I start that, a big thank you to each one of you for being a part of this evaluation journey with me. And I'm going to introduce the first role. One second, let me open. Thank you very much. The timer. I would like to welcome the timer for today, Toastmaster Prabha Luhaniwal. She is a fun-loving, ambitious, and sporty person. She is a product manager, but then she finds delight in exploring new places and immersing herself in different cultures through travels. So a big round of applause for Toastmaster Prabha. Please come forward and tell your role today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preeti Jain. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. As timer, I will time the table topic, speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific times remaining. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech times. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the red card. Most other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. The individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Preeti.
I'll request Toastmaster Prabha to display the cards first.
Sure. So yeah, if it is within the time, it will be green. Then if it goes beyond that, it will be yellow. And then beyond the time limit, it will be red card.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Prabha. And moving ahead, the next in the team is Counter. And Counter for today is Toastmaster Jitendra, yet another travel enthusiast who loves different cultures and values. But interestingly, he's a proficient horse rider. Gabbys is becoming richer day by day, who believes in a circle of influence, always focusing on things which he can control, or control freak. Oh my God. And that's why horse riding. He's passionate about running. It's like a meditation for him. And I totally agree with him. I welcome you on the stage, and please share the role with all of us.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ji, Preeti. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. The purpose of our counter is to note words and sound that are used as crutch or filler pause. During the meeting, I'll listen to the words, for example, you know, and so, I mean. In addition to that, I'll also listen to the sounds which are used as filler. I'll also note down the repetitive words. For example, I mean, moreover, or, and the filler words which we use during the meeting or during our speeches. Why we have to focus on reducing that? Because it reduces the efficiency of the speech, also reduces our audience engagement. Also, whenever we use filler words, it makes you sound more nervous, distracted, and disengaged rather than being authentic. So to eliminate the clutch words, we need to embrace pause, and which will help you in improving your clarity of thoughts, because you can recollect your thoughts and frame better sentences. Also, you can calm down and sound more confident while speaking. And it also helps you build in suspense during the speeches. So if you're not taking long pause, so then everyone is expecting that something is coming up, which might be surprising for them. So in order to reduce these crutch words, how you can do that? So first and foremost, you should be aware of it. And how to be aware? That is by recording yourself. And different person has a different favorite crutch words. For me, it is you know, which I frequently use during my speeches. And once you are aware of it, then maybe you need to be more mindful to reduce that. So during the meeting, I'll note down all the crutch words and filler sounds used during this meeting. And I'll share my report in the end. Yeah, over to you, G.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jitendra. Very well described the role and the importance of working on our counts, the crutch words. Thank you very much once again. And with this, the next in the team is the grammarian for today, Toastmaster Tessie. She is a fellow in strategic learning and development and OD intervention. Loves to connect with people, observe, travel, and a foodie at heart. So I welcome on the stage Toastmaster Tessie. Please come and explain your role.
Thank you so much, Madam G. Preeti Jain. That was a lovely introduction. And thank you, Gabbys, for giving me an opportunity to do my first role as a grammarian. Good evening to everybody. It's my responsibility today as a grammarian to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any misuses of the English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day to all of you. It is affirmation, AFFIRMATION. It's a noun. It is basically a statement or a sign that something is true. Now, let me use that in two different sentences for all of you. A daily dose of positive affirmation is outstanding for the overall mental health. Otherwise, you could say something like this. The lack of one or both parents' affirmation leaves some children emotionally crippled. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I'll give a word of the day report and grammatical usage report when called upon during the meeting. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much. Very well explained. And I do use my affirmations every single morning. And the very one affirmation always is that I will be present in my Toastmasters meeting every single time. And I wish all of you do that affirmation that we are here to learn and grow. Thank you very much, Madam Grammarian. With this, I missed saying that I have not 3, but 4 people in my team. And the last one is none other than Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh. She is playing the role of a listener today. A chirpy, happy-go-lucky bookworm who loves to eat, cook, travel, listen to music, and read about Indian mythology. And let me tell you that I have grew up and whatever I have learned, it's all about Amar Chitra Katha. So I am in your tribe, dear. Welcoming you on board. Please explain your role here, Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, being a good listener is just as important as being a good speaker. As the listener, I will note interesting tidbits of the information from any of the speakers for today and ask questions near the end of the meeting to see if everyone was paying attention. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you very much. A big round of applause from us to all of you for taking this massive task of evaluation. So towards the end of the meeting today, once called upon by the TMOD, I'll come and share that what was good, what was great, and what could be made better with the help of the evaluators and the Taggle team. Till then, bye-bye, and over to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Now, coming back to the theme, compound effect is applicable in all the areas. For example, daily habits, small activities like reading books, waking up early, our eating habits, saving, investing, parenting, etc. But all these small habits in the long run can give huge returns, right? If we miss one day, for example, if we are not waking up early to, the next day, it affects on the next day, right? We just think that's okay, only one day, right? What matters? ठीक है ना? But when it affects the next day, we think of a few more days. It's good. Like when I'm waking up late, I'm feeling good, right? So we keep on telling to our own mind, we fool our mind. and it affects the next week and next month. In this way, we lose the momentum. Either it is good habit or bad habits. It compounds in the long run. For example, good habits like, as I mentioned, spending quality time with loved ones, making constant deposits in the relationship, waking up early, it all compounds. After a few years, you can see you're becoming the best version of yourself when you are following those small habits every single day consistently. Coming to bad habits, for example, addiction of tea. Some of you here might be addicted to tea and they feel like, I can't live without it. My day doesn't start without tea. Anyone? Tea lovers, coffee lovers? Okay. So yes, so I'm sure you will relate to this compounding in the long run. And there are many habits which we do every single day without our knowledge, right? We think that's okay. Eating junk foods every day, or like ordering pizza, burger from Swiggy, Zomato, Meghna biryani, momos every day. We feel that we don't have time. Let's just quickly order. Whatever is available instantly we'll have. We don't have to cook. Excessive alcohol consumption, smoking 1 cigarette per day. Slowly, these habits converts into pleasure and eventually addiction. And in the long run, you all know how it compounds. Everybody knows nobody gains weight overnight. Nobody becomes unhealthy overnight. Nobody loses relationships overnight. Nobody becomes successful overnight. Nobody gains wealth overnight. It's a process. It's a journey in which it compounds as we do these activities every single day consistently and get the returns in the long run. So before we go ahead, I'll talk about it more, but let's start with the meeting. So Toastmasters meeting is divided into 3 sections. First is prepared speech section, second table topic section, and third evaluation section. So let's start with the first section, that is prepared speeches. Before I call the first speaker, I would like to call the first evaluator to read the objectives of the speaker 1. So evaluator 1 is Priyanka Rannorey. She is an R&D engineer at Nokia. She is also a fitness enthusiast, enjoys traveling to places that hold significant history. Over to you, Priyanka.
Hi, everyone. The speaker is attempting his icebreaker speech, and time of please note, it is 4 to 7 minutes. Over to you.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you, Toastmasters Priyanka. So our speaker 1 is okay. Speaker 1, he is working as a full stack developer.
Jyoti, I'm sorry. I just wanted to point of order. Can Tessie please put the word of the day on chat, please? Tessie, please put the word of the day on chat for everyone.
Sourav, I've already done it. That's the first message in the chat. You want me to do it again?
Yeah, because it's got lost.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, I think it was, we can't see it. That's why. Okay, they just put it on chat, please. Thank you.
Yes, speaker 1, he is working as a full stack developer in Travelopia and a tech trainer. He loves history and movie buff. He also loves storytelling and listening to music. He always tries to be the best version of himself, and he is none other than Karthik Venugopal. Karthik Venugopal, the real me and the real you. Karthik Venugopal.
What is this? This was the baby's first cry. What if I say this was my first cry? and my first speech of my life. And this speech was only understood by one person, and that was my mother. And if the purpose of the icebreaker speech is to introduce yourself to the club, this is how I introduce myself to the whole world. And the evaluator also was my mother. And the purpose of this first cry speech was to use the effective use of vocal variety, wherein the high modulation cry meant hunger and the low modulation cry meant sleep. And after a few years, I got to know that the speech length of this cry was 3 to 4 years with some nice breaks. But my speech title says Real Me. What is Real Me? So Real Me is a mobile which I bought recently. So this mobile has a special edition, a deadly feature. So wherein I can even call the dead people, wherein I recently called the MJ, Michael Jackson, who is dead. But when he lifted the call, he just only said one word, because that is his style. But Real Me is not about the Real Me mobile. Real Me is about the real me, the real Karthik. And I want to let you know who the real Karthik is. The real Karthik is, of course, a human being. And the real Karthik has a combination of two personalities. He is an ambivert, a combination of introvert and extrovert. And he switches between these characters based on the environment, places, situations, and people he meets with. And I have named these characters. The first character is Prof. Karthik, the professional Karthik, who is obedient, sincere, and sometimes confused and even boring. He usually appears during the office hours. And the other Karthik is the cool, crazy, extrovert, chatterbox. He's very liberal in his thoughts, bit rational, but doesn't believe in any age-old junk customs. He's also a tiny philosopher. He likes playing with words and rhymes. He has a power-packed energy. And the name of that Karthik is Hakuna Matata Karthik. So Hakuna Matata, you might have heard this name. So the meaning of Hakuna Matata is trouble-free, easy peasy, no worries. And you might have heard this in Simba movie. And Hakuna Matata Karthik always sings this song in his mind. Hakuna Matata, Ayush Saltata. So he's this kind of guy. And Hakuna Matata Karthik also likes playing with words and rhymes, as I already told. And he's also a good observant. He observes people and his styles and tries to implement, and he enjoys that. Now, let's say Hakuna Matata Karthik goes to a restaurant. Instead of just seeing the menu and watering mouth like dog, he also sees people around, tries to learn from them, tries different styles, and picks a funny incident from that. And he also likes storytelling. And he's fond of writing short stories, and loves creating characters. And one of the recent characters he created was Phungsuk Bangdu. Phungsuk Bangdu is an cousin brother of Phungsuk Wangdu. And interestingly, Phungsuk Bangdu has a twin brother called Phungsuk Dongdu. So Phungsuk Bangdu and Phungsuk Dongdu are right now pursuing their bachelors in art of gossiping in IIT Anaconda, which is in Uganda. See, Hakuna Matata Karthik is kind of creating characters and he likes it. And if you meet Hakuna Matata Karthik for the first time, whom do you meet? Or let's say if you meet me, whom do you meet? Is it the Prof. Karthik or Hakuna Matata Karthik? You would meet the Prof. Karthik because Hakuna Matata Karthik doesn't know what kind of person you are. He's afraid. He's afraid whether you could resist him or not. So that's why he's hiding in the caves of Ajanta. And Prof. Karthik takes over and he speaks with you weirdly confusing and boring. But let me ask you one thing. After listening to my story, who do you think the real me is? Well, I should answer this. The real me is that free guy who likes being expressive, the Hakuna Matata Karthik. I built this professional Karthik in me to please people, thinking that people would never resist the real me. But since few years, I have observed one thing is that the Prof Karthik, the professional Karthik in me is completely taking over the real me because of the environment, job, people. And I have been thinking, is it right? And I got the answer, it's not. It's not right. Why should I be in such an environment which can't resist the real me? And I'm working on me to be the real me always, because that's my identity. That is real me. And I love myself. And I don't want to kill myself for others. And Toastmasters has helped me a lot to bring that real me, to display that real me. And Dakuna Matata Karthik always loves the TMOD role. And you might have seen that. And the professional Karthik usually takes the evaluator roles. But this was all about real me. But what about the real you? Who is the real you? Are you suppressing the real you because of your professional life? Are you diminishing the real you because of the environment you are staying in? Or is it the people you stay with are culminating the real you? Is it a sin being yourself, the real you? If not, what will you do to be the real you? I found the real me. And when are you finding the real you? Find it. Think on it. Over to you, Timon.
That was a great humorous speech. I wonder how do you come up with all these names? Thank you so much, Toastmasters Karthik. And let's call our next evaluator, Nagesh Ramamurthy. He is a teacher, trainer, coach, and in the domain of construction. He has trained over 7,500 plus professionals in the last decade.
Toastmaster of the day, Jyoti. I am the speaker too, and my evaluator is Toastmaster Ayush. It's there in the agenda, please.
Okay. So, all right. So I got as evaluator 3, Ayush. Fine. So let me call our evaluator 2, Ayush Goyal. He's from Jaipur, currently living in Hyderabad. He works as a business analyst in a startup. His hobbies include reading, writing, watching movies, dancing, and exploring new places. Over to you, Ayush, Toastmaster Ayush. Can you please read out the objectives for the speaker 2?
So good evening, everyone. My target speaker is Toastmaster Chaitanya. He's attempting his level 2 project 2 of pathway presentation mastery. The project name is effective body language. The purpose of this project is for the member to deliver a speech with the awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how he uses non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. The title of the speech is Desire. All the best, Toastmaster Chaitanya. Back to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ayush. Let me call our speaker 2, Chaitanya Prasad. Chaitanya is a software engineer working in Bangalore. His interests include music, cooking, sports, trekking, traveling, doing adventurous sports such as rafting, paragliding, etc. And the list goes on and on. He is keen towards learning new things and be able to do something that has an impact. Toastmaster Chaitanya, Desire, Toastmaster Chaitanya.
When I walk out of my house these days, I see these tall buildings, big tech parks, road packed with cars and all that black smoke everywhere. Beep, beep. What? Hey, this is not your property. Move away. My property? This is a footpath. You and your bike should be on road. And after this, few words were exchanged. He goes his way, I go mine. I hope all of you would have encountered or witnessed such a thing in the big city. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Let me take you back to a time when I was dying to live in a city like this. It is not that I have not been in a big city. I was born in Kolkata, stayed there for a good number of years. And then after some time, I moved to a place called Sukna. This place is near Darjeeling and is surrounded by thick forest, the Mahananda forest. Over there, we used to stay in an army cantonment. I was studying in Army Public School back then. And army schools do not have buildings like other schools. Instead, they have very small barracks spread over in a big area. And each of these small barracks are one classroom. And the area is quite huge. So I went there the very first day. The campus was lush green. They had grasses this tall. You might get lost in those grasses. And they had made these concrete pavements, which were so narrow that only two people could stand sideways facing each other. Now we were strictly instructed by our school administration to walk on these pavements because they were very eco-friendly. They did not want us to step on the snakes that were lying around. Yes, you heard it right. I had so many snakes in my school, and not the ones that go around in the grass. There were the flying snakes also, which used to jump from one tree to another. And I am terrified by snakes. So I ran to my class thinking I'll be the first one to enter. But wait, whoa, I saw something in the class. Not a teacher, not a student. It was a cow. I was already disappointed, and there was a cow in my class. So I called the caretaker. He came. He took the cow out, and the cow was very reluctant to go outside. I guess she also wanted to study, but our society never accepted. So we all kept our bags, started moving towards the assembly ground, which was around 300 to 400 meters from our classroom. And a person was walking in front of me. I saw something and I told him, "Oi, you have got something here on your neck." Leeches, they are everywhere these days. I get them every day. Wait a minute, leeches? Everywhere? I hope they are not on me. And the whole day, this was going through my mind that I don't get leeches and I just want to leave this place. By the end of the day, I reached back my home, and near the quarters, there were lot many jackfruit trees. So when these jackfruits get ripe, you can smell its aroma from a good distance. At night, we had our dinner and were casually sitting in the living room, and thud, there was a loud bang and the trees were shaking as if there was a storm outside. And then we heard the siren blow. My aunt quickly turned off all the lights and went towards the window. So did I. And I saw there was some big black thing moving near the tree. Hold on. My goodness, they were elephants. A herd of wild elements just 10-20 meters away from me. And we were scared. They were enjoying merrily having jackfruit over there. And that also added to my disappointment. In this particular season, wild animals were very frequent inside the cantonment. Leopards were so frequent that, meaning no offense, but they were similar to street dogs in India. Our reactions used to be that, oh, leopard, fine, we'll not go to the sports complex for 2 hours, we'll go after that. We could see elephants sitting in the golf course and leopards here and there everywhere in this particular season. They used to come out. Now, living in such an area had its own pros as well. Fresh air, really peaceful, and the view was breathtaking until there was a tiger or a leopard sitting in between your view. Then it was a bit scary. So I started to build an attachment to that place. 2 years passed, and then I was shifting again. I gave a sigh of relief of finally, I get to move out of this place. Will go to a city. And our summer vacations were starting. So a friend of mine came to me and said, "Chaitanya, give your hand." Why? Give your hand. Just don't waste my time. Give your hand and close your eyes. Okay. This is a friendship band. Let me tell you, this was quite popular back then. It's for you to remember me. But we'll meet after the vacations, right? Stop lying to me. I know you are not a good liar. Yes, I lied. Not to her, but I was lying to myself. The train started, and I realized that in this desire that I had of moving out of the place, I could never enjoy it, never enjoyed the greenery of that place, and I might not get a chance to stay there again. But I had no options. I arrived at Bellary station, and there I looked towards left and right and front and everywhere I could see. I couldn't even find a single blade of grass. It was hot and dry over there. and they had no greenery. Yes, they had these tall buildings and no elephants to accompany you during your evening walks or leopards sitting in the park waiting for the children. But still, somehow I missed that place. During that time, I had a realization that we only desire and long for things that we don't have. And in this process, we forget to enjoy what we have with us. Something to instead, what we can do is we can look forward to something better, but also embrace and enjoy the things we have and live to the fullest in it. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
That was a wonderful speech. Recently, I watched Life of Pi movie, and I can totally relate that movie to your speech. It's like a mini movie of 7 minute speech. And he's also an adventurous person. I can totally relate that you're also an adventurous person. And looks like you were living in a zoo earlier. That was an amazing speech, Chaitanya, Toastmaster Chaitanya. Let's move with, to the third speaker. Okay, let me call the third evaluator. Our third evaluator is Nagesh Ramamurthy. He is a teacher, trainer, and coach in the domain of construction. He has trained over 7,500 plus professionals in the last decade. With his coaching, he has impacted over 500 plus professional lives. In addition, with his experience of over 3 decades, he is a consultant who checks the health of occupied buildings. Over to you, Toastmaster DTM Nagesh Ramamurthy.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Am I audible? Thank you. Third speaker in today's meeting is attempting level 3 project 1 under the path strategic relation. The purpose of this project is for the member to develop and practice personal strategies for building connections through networking. And the purpose of this speech is for him to share some aspects of his experience while networking. The member will share with us some aspects about the experience of networking, and I will look for various strategies that has been laid out by the speaker during the networking that he has done, and which he is going to present in this particular speech. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, DTM Nagesh, sir. Our third speaker is my own mentor, the VPPR of both the Gabbys Toastmasters Club and the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. He is a DTM, has achieved 2 DTM awards, 3 triple crowns, and completed 8 paths. Speech title Beyond Handshakes. Beyond Handshakes. Over to you, DTM Sourav.
How many of you would agree with me that networking happens best when you have a pat on the back and a warm handshake? A raise of hand. Today, I'm here to break that myth. I'm here to inspire you to think beyond handshakes. In 2019 BC as in before Corona, this was what we used to think, that networking happens only when we shake hands. And then every handshake became like a handshake with death. And then people said, "Phew, phew," right? That's how we used to greet each other when we occasionally would meet, wearing masks, of course. After that, COVID left, hopefully. And now we are in a situation where we are torn between 2 worlds, the world that we knew and the world that we knew after that. The world where we would meet each other in person, share a good chat over a cup of coffee, and the world where we'll come on camera and said, am I audible? Am I visible? Right? This transition was not easy for mankind, and neither for me, not for any of you here. And in that time, the Gabbys happened. In September 2020, the Gabbys Toastmasters Club got chartered with 23 members. Every one of these 23 members were new Toastmasters. We knew nothing about Toastmasters. And we reached out to the entire world to learn what Toastmasters is all about. From a club which struggled to understand the difference between a speech evaluator and a general evaluator, to a club which is today one of the top 10 clubs of the world. This journey took a lot of time, patience, learning, and most importantly, it happened because of the support that we got from everyone. So when Gabbys moved from crawling to walking to running, we decided to pay back to the community. And then came the opportunity to network with the world. In one such WhatsApp group, I came across a gentleman called Brahma Kumar Balakrishnan. How many of you know Brahma Kumar Balakrishnan? At least heard his name. Brahma Kumar Balakrishnan is a triple DTM, distinguished Toastmaster, and one of the very well-respected personalities in Singapore Toastmasters fraternity. He is respected for his mentorship, he is respected for his commitment, and is respected for his dedication to the fraternity. But my relationship with Brahma Kumar became deeper because of the networking that we started doing. Not between the two of us, but the three of us networking with the entire world. One of these three people was DTM Brahma Kumar. The second, obviously you know by now, it's me. And the third is distinguished Toastmaster Naveen Parwal. I saw him briefly in this meeting. I would have been so happy if he would have stayed back because he is a very key character in the speech. What happened is, at that point during the COVID, all the clubs were meeting online. Each of the clubs were doing their meetings online. And each of the clubs had a lot of people in the club meetings, at least most of them. And people were dying to get that one chance to speak for 1 to 2 minutes in table topics, and they were getting none. So what we decided is to launch a table topic marathon. Now, a table topic marathon in Toastmaster is considered to be 1 hour of table topics and only table topics, or in more ambitious situations, like what distinguished Toastmaster Nagesh Ramamurthy is doing at the division level, 2 hours of table topics and only table topics. But we three crazy men, we decided to have 12 hours of table topic, non-stop, 12 hours. And if that sounds crazy enough, let me tell you how we did it, and you will think we have lost our mind. For executing this 12 hours table topic marathon, we roped in 12 different clubs from 6 different countries: India, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, and Philippines. Clubs across the world came together on one single platform. We exchanged ideas, we debated, discussed. Every hour there was 1 TTM, 1 timer, 2 table topic evaluators. And this happened for 12 hours, which means for the entire event, we needed 50 role players. And this was not in one club, 12 different clubs where no one knew each other. The kind of bonding, the kind of friendship, the kind of dependence that we built on each other, with each other, I continue to leverage even today. If you tell me, Sourav, I have a meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning and it's a do or die meeting, I repeat, only if it's a do or die meeting, I can get you a role taker right now in the next 10 minutes. And I say that with 100% confidence, because I know there are 12 clubs in 6 different countries who I can reach out to. And I did not shake hands with them. Most of them I've never met in person. Many of them I will never meet in person. But the dependence and the connections that we have built through that 12-hour table topic marathon is something that we will all continue to leverage for our learning, for our growth. And this is what the real power of networking is. So if you are still one of those who feel that the only way to build connections, to build a bond, is to shake hands, give a pat on the back, and have a cup of coffee across the table. Think again. These 34 people sitting in front of you today, most of them have not met each other. Most of them will never meet each other. And still, they continue to be a part of this meeting. Their presence is an encouragement to us. 60 members of the Gabbys, 40 of them have never seen each other. And they will continue to be each other's support for times to come. This doesn't need a handshake. This doesn't need a hug. This doesn't need you to pat each other's back. What it needs is for you to be there. Be there. That's beyond handshakes. Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Jyoti, you're speaking on mute.
Yeah, now I can unmute myself. That was a very inspiring speech, Sourav Dutta. Yes, without even meeting, without even that hugs, handshakes, we are still we still continue to be a part of this club, and always inspiring speeches, Sourav. Thank you so much. Now let's move to the next section, that is table topics. I think as we had icebreaker speech, so we'll not have votings. But I would like to ask timer if is everyone within the time limit?
Yes, except DTM Sourav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prabha. Okay, let's move to the next section, that is table topic section. So we have our table topic master, Yajna Vij. Yajna is a journalist and mass communication student from Delhi University. She is passionate about writing, engaging contents that helps brands connect with their audience. Having some project-based experience with this already, she is now seeking permanent employment in this field. Over to you, table topic master Yajna Vij.
Thank you, TMOD. So good evening, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the meeting so far. So I am your table topic master for the day, and I have some very exciting topics for you to speak upon. Some basic rules. Each and every participant will have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on the topics which I'll be giving them. It will be impromptu speech. Minimum you have to speak for 1 minute, and maximum you can go up till 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The 30 seconds leverage would be given to everyone. I would sincerely request each and every one of you to attempt the topic so that it would not only, boost your confidence, but also improve your impromptu speaking skills. So who is up for taking the first topic? Okay, so I guess I'll have to choose randomly. Let's start with, okay. Let's start with Kiran Prasad. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Take the topic?
Sure.
Okay. So the first topic is the best treasure hunt is finding the hidden gems in life. The best treasure hunt is finding the hidden gems in life.
Okay, so I'll start. Good evening, everyone. This is my first session as a guest, so I am a little nervous, so please spare me for that. As rightly put, that the best treasure hunt is actually finding the gems in life. That we can just drill down to the small pleasures that we have in life, which sometimes we just not able to see, or sometimes we are so engrossed in our own life that we are not able to see around what is happening. I think that's it. I'm not able to complete the speech. Thank you.
Okay, so a nice take on the topic. Yes, we should always, look for the gems in the life. We should always, go hunting for all the little pleasures which we can get at any stage at our life. So moving forward, who is going to take the second topic? Okay, so may I request Miss Sudharma to take the second topic?
Okay.
Okay, so the second topic is money around the world, but none in our wallets. Money around the world, but none in our wallets.
Yes. Money around the world, but not in our wallets. Is this correct?
Yes.
Yeah. We can see money in all around the world. When we are going to our offices and places, we can see a lot of buildings, a lot of cars, all our money. Benz, in our country, Benz, Toyota, the lot of cars, Prados are there, lot of money. Buildings also like that. That lands also very much high expensive in Colombo. I can see always I am going around the cities watching high buildings and cars, and I am enjoying that. Yeah, that's money, but it is not on my pocket. But I like to watch them because I am enjoying all the things at once. Although it is not mine, but I like it. It is. I have authority to enjoy that. Although they are not in my pocket, I can enjoy now. That's the case. But when we are thinking about money, we can't value all the things on behalf of money. People are around us. They also like wealth. If we associate with them, if we network with them, we can get more than money. It's like a money in our pocket. Every time we can get help from them, we can get condolences from them, and we can, if we value them, we can get good help, and that means very nice moments with them. It's all like, rather than money, it's valuable. It's like a wealth in my hand. Although I have no money in my pocket, I like that. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
I can surely relate with you because being a student, I constantly face this thing. Whenever I look at certain things and I want to buy it and I look into my wallet, there's none. Every time I see around people buying things, going around, doing shopping, people are building houses, and everything. But when you look at yourself, you never have money when you want it the most. Okay, so who would be the next participant? Okay, so is Bimpi Kumari here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So are you ready to take the topic?
Yes, I will. I will try.
Okay. So the topic for you is, why does ice cream cost money? Why does ice cream cost money?
Okay. So, well, like, as we all know, like, ice cream is like favorite dessert for everyone. And then however we will eat it, it is not sufficient for us to, like, I mean, it's not sufficient for us. So comparatively to other other food, it is like not sufficient. So currently, yeah, I'm getting this much, so I'm like bit nervous, and then it is my second day of joining.
Ice cream is our favorite indeed. I mean, you can never get enough of ice cream, and especially when you have to spend money over ice cream, it's just too much. Because why should it cost money? I guess like it shouldn't. It should be free. So the next person I would like to call upon is Siddhant here? Speaker Siddhant. He's a guest.
Yes.
Yes. Would you want to take the topic?
No, not today. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So anyone else, you can just raise a hand and show.
I can take it up. This is
Yeah,
Satish.
Satish. Okay. So your topic is, I wish I had a magic money tree. I wish I had a magic money tree.
Yeah, thanks for giving a nice topic, Yajna. Yeah, I always wish to have so much of money. It's for enjoying all the comfort that everybody has whenever I see from outside the world, especially in the societies. Though I have started my life in a kind of middle class family, so yeah, I always wish there is a way that I can add more money. Not exactly the money tree, but similar to like that, any opportunities, the good opportunities. I always have a dream of earning more money to reuse that money for the society in terms of any providing a good education, all that and all. I still have a dream of building a big campus out of it, other than the regular education system, and then promote all this practical way of teaching rather than the theory oriented. So I always wanted to have more money in terms of like I keep generating more money so that I can give it to others, and then wherever there is really needed people, all that stuff. And even I have the own dream house in my mind always that requires a lot of money. So who doesn't want a money tree wish? So over to you, Isna. That's all I can say.
I really wish each one of us could have this magic money tree, because I guess I have so many dreams and aspirations and I have a huge shopping list to fulfill. So if I have that magic money tree, I am definitely going crazy over shopping and buying each and everything I want to.
Yeah.
So, okay. So the next topic, but before that, who's going to attempt now? You can show me with a raise of the hand. Any volunteers? Or do I have to choose
Table topic
one?
master. I am here to take the topic.
Okay, so your topic for today is 3 wishes I could ask from a bank. 3 wishes I could ask from a bank.
Whoa, after hearing this topic, I can see many of people are laughing. They like, why didn't we get this topic? Because this topic is so relatable for us. Because I know everyone here present have 3 wishes that they want from the bank. First is better service. Second is not always lunchtime whenever we need them for our work. And third, 24/7 services that are written on ATM will also get written on the banks, because banks are very crucial. You never know when you will need cash and you have to go like, go, let's run to ATM. But guess what? ATM is not working. Then you go to bank is closed. What will you do in that room? You will rub the genie lamp and ask genie to give you 3 wishes. Better services, no lunchtime, fixed lunch times, and third, 24/7 services, because you never know in life what will happen, and whenever you need bank, the bank will be like, oh no, go away, this is our lunch time. Oh no, the times are to be closed. Well, as I am currently SDFC Bank, so it is a private bank and it doesn't have anything like that. But most of the time, I have heard from SBI Bank people that they have told that whenever they go, the person provider sitting there will be saying, no, we are having lunch, and even they are just chatting and doing nothing. What is this behavior, bro? So just grant these 3 wishes to every bank. And that's all. Over to you, table topic master.
Only if bank was a genie, these wishes could be fulfilled, I guess. Otherwise, it's a parallel universe where banks would just fulfill all of these wishes and would always be available for us. So any next volunteer, or should I choose randomly? I guess I have to choose randomly only. So Akshata, is Akshata here?
Yeah, Toastmaster Yajna. Yeah, I'm here. I hope I'm audible. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah,
I
you're
would give a
Should I
try.
give it
Yes.
a- Okay.
Yes.
So your topic is, my life would be perfect if I had. My life would be perfect if I had.
Okay. Thank you, Yajna, for giving me this topic. So good evening, Toastmasters. So the topic is Okay, it would be great if, sorry, could you please repeat that?
If I had one wish, that would be my life. Sorry. I just messed up. My life would be perfect if I had. Sorry. My life would be perfect if I had.
Okay, please give me some time. Yeah. Yeah. So thinking about my life to be perfect, right? So if I had, so this is something similar to asking for a wish I can think about. So wish would be my life would definitely be perfect if I had to rewind my time and correct all the things that I could wish for. And this is one perfect thing which I would always wish for. And definitely, if I could go back and rewind the time, definitely I could say that my life would turn into perfect actions and perfect moments as well. So whatever I had missed, be it exams or be it many mistakes which we have done, so erase everything. And so this is the perfect wish I could ask for, like to rewind that moment and erase and make it perfectly working fine. And also sometimes we can correct the relationships as well, so go beyond time. So thank you.
So, a great take on the topic. I can summarize it by saying your life would be perfect if you have a time machine so that you can reform and recreate and redo whatever you wish to do. So, next up, I would like to call upon Jayaprakash. Jayaprakash,
Hey,
did I
hello.
pronounce it right?
Yes.
Okay. So, the topic for you is the banking experience I would never forget. A banking experience I would never forget.
Okay. I think there are many banking experiences, right? And the bank is a place, is a happy place, right? It's usually deals with money, and you go withdraw money which you could buy things, or we go and deposit money. And also, and I believe money is it's a very important aspect in life. And I wish oftentimes there are a lot of things which we focus on. So, and I don't remember only one experience, but there are few of them. One of them I believe is when I had to go to withdraw money for my father's surgery or other things, right? And that's empowerment, right? That you are able to spend money for your health. And also when I have to take up a home loan, right? Or such things, right? Because it helps to fulfill your and of course, when it comes to transactions, it could always be better. uh, so it's not a very happy. Sometimes we have to take holidays and go and wait there. And being a technologist, I always say that now we need not even go to the bank to open an account, right? Thanks to technology, we do a lot of remote KYC and other things, so that's getting better. So that way, at this point, I see a lot of happy memories related to banking. Over to you, Yajna. Thank you.
Thank you for such a great attempt. So, TMOD, how many more topics can we take?
I think we are running out of time, so we have a transition section.
Thank you, each and every one of you, whosoever attempted the topics. It was a great attempt. And so, yeah, TMOD, over to you.
Wonderful topics, TTM, Yajna. It was interesting, and everybody participated. Thank you so much. So coming back to the theme, before we proceed for the next section, let me talk about the theme again. Compound effect. Ask yourself what bad habits you are addicted with today. How about writing down the list in your notebook and consciously giving up on those bad habits? Because if you do not work on it today, it compounds in the long run. And just remember the example power of compounding effect, which I spoke about it in the first slide. In a month, that means for 30 days, when you double 1 rupee, the value is equivalent to 53 crores. So the value you can gain is equivalent to 53 crores if you follow good habits every single day. Imagine if you follow good habits for many years, the value is tremendous, right? And similarly, when you follow bad habits, unconsciously when you follow bad habits, the value is equivalent to 53 crores. That means you're losing that. With this, I hand over the stage to our general evaluator for the evaluation section. Over to you, Preeti Jain.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters of the Day, Toastmasters Jyoti. And first of all, let me take the opportunity before we start our evaluation to read out Toastmasters Diana's post chat. She's trying hard since long, and we are very sorry, Toastmaster Diana. Here is what she has written. Thank Toastmasters, Madam. Affirmation, the rainy day is a bad day. That mood affirmation inside that saves my life. Affirmation, the save rain day, that bad storm, this weather affirmation. And but I know that wet, rainy, bad day affirmation, and I don't like that rainy days affirmation. Very good. And a big round of applause for Toastmaster Diana. And she's the one who always uses the maximum number of times the word of the day. Congratulations, Toastmaster Diana. With this, let's start the evaluation round and find out what went right, where we could improve. And before we start that, let's start with the speech round, evaluation round. I would like to welcome on stage our very first evaluator, Toastmaster Priyanka Rannorey. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters and your guests, a very good evening, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Karthik in particular. Before I give my evaluation, in Toastmasters, we always give a standing ovation for our icebreaker speaker. So let us all stand and give him a standing ovation. The purpose of this speech was to introduce yourself and learn basic structuring. But my evaluation will also be on the lines that that you're attempting the second pathway. And I'll be evaluating on 3 points. That is your content, your structure, and delivery. I must say, Toastmaster Karthik, your content was packed with humor. You had a very captivating start by bringing in that crybaby sound. And you immediately started, from there you kind of moved into another humor that was you got in the Real Me brand. And you also spoke about Michael Jackson. And very nicely, again, you transited back to yourself. And every time you spoke, you very well spoke about yourself and helped us know you much better than we knew you before. You spoke about the ambivert person that you are, the professional Karthik, otherwise off the guard how you are. You also helped us know different shades about you, about your creative side, and about your storytelling. You helped us know every facet about you. That was bang on. Your delivery. I felt your delivery was bang on as per your content. You had the humor, your gestures, your facial expressions, your body movement was apt. And I think that got us all very engaging and captivating. And now coming to your structuring of your speech. If I may have to suggest something, I felt you had very good content, but I felt it could have been much more well structured. When I say much more well structured, what I felt was When you spoke, when you started with the crybaby sound, and you said that this was me, this would be my crying sound, I thought you would speak a little bit about your childhood or a little bit background about yourself, more from where you are, because not many of us know from where you are. Maybe you could have translated about if you have a sibling, how was your relationship with your sibling or with your family. And I felt with all these transitions, you could have brought in humor, because all of us are very notorious as a child. So we would have this a little bit of humor or something stupid that you would have done. So I felt you could have brought in that and then transited about your professional side and then spoken about more about what you are, which you kind of pack your entire content with, the profession, your creative side. I felt if we had this transition and well structured, this was something that I was probably looking more forward from you. Otherwise, and another observation that I had about you was that when you were trying to recollect certain points, and your eyes was going towards your left or towards your right side. At least to me, it was towards your left side. Would suggest that if you could probably have your eye contact towards the camera when you're presenting your speech. This is the second suggestion that I would provide. But otherwise, I love your speech because you literally drew everyone's attention with your humor, with your content. I must say you had a great, engaging, humorous speech that you presented to us today. And I wish you all the very best for your future speeches. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Priyanka. And I totally agree with your evaluation today. Everything resonated so well with me. And of course, a big round of applause for your sense of presence, the way you asked everyone to give the standing ovation to the speaker number 1, Karthik Venugopal. And allow me to share some observations, Toastmaster Karthik, because you are not a new Toastmasters, and I believe this is your second path and second time icebreaker. So I'm taking this privilege, otherwise I would not have done this. Are you with me? Yeah, thank you very much. Of course, everyone knows that your energy is very, very contagious, a daydreamer, a very good speaker, storyteller. Everyone knows that. We laughed out. And so much so we have laughed that our core is tight right now. We don't need any more exercise for that, for sure. At the same time, 2 things. What is this? A baby's first cry or my first cry? High modulation cry, low modulation cry. The whole sentence came in the same pitch, same pace. There was no modulation at all. The hand gesture was there, but there was no modulation. I was not sure that with what emotion are you saying all these lines? What are you trying to depict? Have you ever watched any movie on a fast forward mode, 2x, 3x, 4x? However interesting the movie is, you won't be able to enjoy it fully or absorb the content fully. And that was the case. So my dear Hakaka Matata, Toastmaster Karthik, as we know you very well, you have that capacity. Please slow down. Slowing down and give us time to absorb your puns. Look at the audience, see them smiling and laughing. Give them some moment and then go ahead. And you are definitely going to be the champ of humorous speech. We all believe in you that. And a quick small observation. When your evaluator asked everyone to give you a standing ovation, you were lost somewhere. You were totally lost. There was no expression on your face, no smile, and no receptiveness. So please be mindful when you are being evaluated. And all the very best. Thank you very much. With this, let's move ahead. And I would like to welcome on the stage Evaluator 2, Toastmaster Ayush Goyal. Over to you, Toastmaster Ayush Goyal.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Preeti. First of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Chaitanya for giving such an engaging speech and keeping us excited till the end. Since this speech is all about body language, I would be keeping my evaluation on the same. So there are a few points which I really liked about your speech. First was enactment throughout the events of the speech, whether it is shrugging away of insects, flying away of leeches, or even the conversation with your friend. You changed directions, which signified that who was speaking, we were able to find out that there were two people who were talking. So that was a really great point that I liked. The second, your facial expressions. You were changing your facial expression, you were raising your eyebrows, you were giving different expressions at different point of the speeches, which was really great to set the tone of the speech. And third, you use your space really well. The virtual space that you had, made really good use of that to show the story. You show the measurement of the grass of the space you had, of the place that you visited in your story. So that those were some really good things. Now I also have a few points of improvement. Your facial expressions were really good, and I feel that they could have been a little more free. I felt they were somewhat restricted at some points, and which did not match the tone of the speech. So I think that could have been worked upon. The second thing is that your gestures were really good. They were keeping us in the flow with the story of what was happening. But at a few times, your hands were moving very far from your body and sometimes out of the screen as well. That was distracting at a few points. So that could be taken care of. And third point is that the vocal variety throughout the speech was quite the same. So I feel that you could have changed the tone when you were showing the conversations, or when you were speaking about the leeches or the cow in the story. You could have said it in a humorous tone and the leeches in a tone of disgust. And the final point is the conclusion. The conclusion, you could have raised your tone so that it could have been more. It could have been gone that it is the important part, one of the important part of the speeches. So overall, it was a great speech full of great enactment, facial expressions, and gestures. And if you just work on a little bit of vocal variety, it would take your speech to the next level. All the best for your next speeches. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ayush Goyal. And I appreciate your evaluation. Just as a suggestion, try to always give examples where the tone and expressions are not matching or where the hands are going out. So the speaker gets a very clear view that where does he need to work on. Always try to note down those points and then evaluate. It will be a very clear one. Just as a suggestion for you. And Toastmaster Chaitanya, it was a treat for me to see how much you have grown in some months, few months only. The way you started, the enacted, the role play, the voice modulation, the puns. Oh my God, you did everything so well. The only thing I want to tell you about, just work a little bit more on the structure of the speech. The built up, the story and the learnings. I felt it ended very abruptly with the two lines of, it was a great message about, to find your identity or no, it wasn't about to find your identity, to enjoy wherever you are, okay? So just elaborate a bit more and then ask for a kind of action call or a message. The ending was quite abrupt. The first part has taken a lot of time to just work on the ratio. Otherwise, you were real good, and I'm really so glad to see you improving so well. Many congratulations, Toastmaster Chaitanya. And with this, our last but not the least, Toastmaster Nagesh Ramamurthy, Evaluator 3, where every time I eagerly wait to listen to his evaluations because I learn so much every time. Over to you, Toastmaster Nagesh Ramamurthy. Sorry, DTM Nagesh Ramamurthy. I'm extremely sorry.
Okay. Am I audible? You all must have heard a saying, show me your friend, I'll tell you who you are. There's a twist to it. Show me your friend's friend, I'll tell you your net worth. This is what is all about networking. The world has changed and we have seen it changing. Especially me, I've seen from the times of a trunk call where we used to wait for our turn to talk to somebody far distance, to now WhatsApp call, which is very, very instant. And here are speaker talked about instant coffee, hugs, and handshakes. In this changing world, there are three things which is very important: change and adaptability, ideas and innovation, determination to a success, grand success. How well it was very well depicted in the story of 12 hours of table topic marathon was shared by DTM Sourav. Second thing, what I liked more was uh, the, the objective called for talking about the story. Stories sell, and he sold it very well, because he started with saying that I'm going to inspire you, and he kept his promise. I'm sure everybody here would have that weight for the next 12 hours of table topic marathon, which is going to happen. And he also talked about, if you are in a do or die situation, 10 minutes, I'll get you a role taker. And I have been a beneficiary to it when I was a VP education. So very relatable to me. Moreover, what he gave about those 12 countries and 12 hours, for many of us, we thought, oh, what an event that we missed. He elaborated it so big that we had that FOMO effect. I'm sure many of you would be waiting, will this happen again? Can I attend this? How fun it will be. Why not I participate when it is done once again? So he left us with a great high over there. Having said what went well, let me give two small examples where he can better his speech. Now, in this 12-hour marathon that he narrated the story, and he said, 10 minutes is all I need. I can use my network. I felt he talked about the benefits that he has got out of this particular initiative and the networking. I always look for emotions in the speech. I also wanted to hear, what about the other two, DTM Brahmakumar and DTM Naveen? What are they feeling? How are they connected? How is your connection today? And how are you going to take it forward? One bit of it would have helped me a lot over there. Second thing, what I wanted him to do was call once again that network is not about wealth. It is more about resourcefulness. It is more about prospects. It's more about prosperity. One punchline there when he closed his speech, I would have wanted that. However, experienced, well shared in the speech, learnings very well detailed, and I would say benefits of networking has been very well elaborated. Y'all should not miss networking. That's life. Life, not just in Toastmaster, but outside. Back to you, General.
Thank you very much, Toast DTM Nagesh Ramamurthy. It's always a pleasure to listen to your evaluation, and especially today. I'm going to watch and rewatch the recordings to make notes of your opening lines. They were so amazing and so apt. You know, before you started, I was feeling a little low that the speaker number 3, DTM Sourav Dutta, is not there. Because specifically, I wanted to talk about his speech today. DTM Sourav, you never leave a chance to amaze us. And especially because today, that 12-hour marathon table topic, I was a participant as a new Toastmasters member, sitting whole day on my dining table, opening my laptop and trying to fetch the opportunities to take part on those table topics. So many rounds happened. I got a chance to take part in 4 and won few. But your speech took me to that memory lane and how I slowly started understanding the importance of networking, which you always advocate. I didn't blink a single time during your speech. And for today's speech, my respect for you. Complete respect for what you are doing and teaching us the power of networking and made us a part of this big networking group. So a big credit goes to you. A big round of applause from all of us here, from the Gabbys Toastmasters Club and from the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Thank you very much. There is nothing more to add on your speech because Toastmaster Nagesh has beautifully captured. I was also waiting for the other 2 great pillars of that program to hear more about them. With this, the big round of applause for our 3 great evaluators. And let's take it forward. I would like to invite Toastmaster Prabha to share the timer's report. Toastmaster Prabha.
Sure. Could you please enable screen sharing? Can you please enable screen sharing for me?
Nagesh sir, please make me the co-host or the host. Yes, sorted. Prabha? Go ahead.
Yes. Is it visible to everyone? My screen? Okay. So everyone was within the time limit except Priyanka and DTM Nagesh, whose time limit exceeded by 13 seconds. 43 seconds for Priyanka and Sir Nagesh, 15 seconds. Yeah, I will share it in the chat. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Preeti.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Prabha. A big round of applause for you. And with this, the next role player here, counter Toastmaster Jitender Rulania. Over to you, Toastmaster Jitender. Please present your report.
Yeah. Can I share my report or shall I read it out?
The way you want to. It's all up to you.
Let me share my screen. I hope you can able to see my screen. Okay, before I start reading out the filler words, so if I say few, that means you have used less than 3. If it is some, then 3 to 6 filler words, and if it is more than 6, then it's many. So Toastmaster Ayush has used some few and some so. Priyanka has used few and. Jyoti has used many Toastmaster Preeti has used many Toastmaster Karthik has used some and few birds and few so. Toastmaster Chaitanya has used many and few as. Toastmaster Yajna has used many so, many you know. Not many, sorry, some you know. Toastmaster Kiran has used some Dimpy has used some so. Toastmaster Satish has used few so. Toastmaster Dev has used few and. Then we have Toastmaster Jayaprakash has used some Akshata has used some and Toastmaster Priyanka has used some and our DTM Nagesh has used some With that, I think we have scored the century. Overall, it's 138. So try to be more mindful and how we can reduce the use of filler words. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jitendra. A very interesting way of presenting the report. With this, allow me to welcome the language teacher for today, a grammarian, Toastmaster Tessie. Please present your report.
Thank you, Toastmasters. It was a stupendous evening, I must tell you. I was little hesitant about a weekday to be spent, that too when your workload is to the top of your brim, wherein you're not really sure whether you want to give that time, but great opportunity given by the Gabbys team. Thank you so much. I hope I do justice to the entire role which I have taken up. Give a big round of applause to every good things which we had seen or which we have seen in the session today. First, big round of applause to Madam Toastmaster Preeti for using the word affirmation, and followed by TM Diana, who's used 6 times affirmation word in her sentence. I think a big round of applause. And I must tell you, I'm going to give my affirmation right here that I am going to be as good as these speakers today here. And it's going to be a great challenge to compete here. If not the 12-hour marathon, of course, some other day, some other challenges, I would definitely want to pick it up. Thank you so much. All right, there's a big R I have taken up. So good usage of words and sentences were by TM Priyanka, TM Preeti, TM Karthik, TM Chaitanya, DTM Sourav, DTM Yajna, DTM Nagesh. Very well done. Some of the good words which I preferably liked in the meeting today is strike a conversation. One best one is the next one. I believe that's what I got it from her. Sorry if I missed it. Torn between two worlds. Best version of yourself. Ambivert. Power-packed energy. Hakuna Matata. Recreate. Suppressing. Diminishing. Culminating. Pavement. Loud thud. Breathtaking. Blade of grass. Embrace and enjoy. Herd of wild animals. Networking. Leverage. Do or die, hidden gem, treasure, reform, technology, remote, notorious, resonated, privilege, contagious, abrupt, apt. These are some of the words I just loved, so I've taken it down. Some of the proverbs which have come through in the session is, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a small step, save for the rainy day, show me your friend, I will tell you who you are. Fabulous. Thank you so much. Well done. Some of my suggestions would come right here. Once when I realized, I think we could use it in such a way. Once I realized, rather than using once when I realized. I have grew up. We could use I grew up. Watering the mouth. Mouth watering. Real me was pretty repetitive. So you could use something like true self or actual me. I had so many snakes. We could use something like the campus had so many snakes. At the end of the day, I reached back home. When I say I reach home, I would rather say I reached home. At the end of the day, I reached home. Don't need to use the word back. The sentence was, after 2 years, I get to move out. You could use, after 2 years, I moved out. Next, support that I got. Support I received. Could be a little better word of using it. Any stage at our life, we could say any stage of our life. We all believe in you that. We believe that in you is the right way of saying it. And one pronunciation, I'm picking it up, it's not gestures, it is gesture. Thank you so much. That's all on my grammarian report today evening. Over to DTM Preeti Jain, ma'am.
OMG, another great grammarian in making from the Gabbys. Huh, I am getting intimidated. I have never heard someone presenting the good words in such a lyrical way. Like you keep on saying and we'll keep on listening, isn't it? You'll all agree with me on that. So many congratulations. A great job there, Toastmaster Tessie. Thank you very much. And with this, do you want me to start my report or do you want to put on the polls first? Sourav, you're speaking on mute. Okay.
So Preeti, listener.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Chaitanya. I'm very sorry for this. I'm not being mindful, Toastmaster Upasana. I got -1 marks there. So over to you, listener for the day, Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh. All yours.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. So I've prepared few questions to see if everyone was listening to it. So my first question is, what was the amount which our TMOD Jyoti has mentioned that we would accumulate after day 30? What is
53
that
lakhs.
amount?
1 billion?
53 lakhs.
53 crore.
53 crores.
53
Who was
crores.
the first one?
Hi.
Could you please name me? Could you please say your name?
Toastmaster Nagesh.
Oh, second question is, whom did PM Karthik call from his mobile phone?
Michael Jackson.
Correct. That's right. Which movie code did TM Karthik mention about?
Lion King.
Correct. So after TM Chaitanya's birth, where did his family move?
Bellary.
No.
That
Near
was correct.
Darjeeling.
Yeah.
I'll
Punji.
give you marks for Darjeeling. It's Sukhna, Darjeeling.
Sukhna.
Correct. Whom did TM Chaitanya compare leopards to?
Indian dogs.
Street dog.
Street dogs. Correct. So, what was the full form of BC, which DTM Sourav has mentioned?
Before Corona.
That's right. And how long did the table topic marathon last for?
12 hours.
12 hours.
And how many countries
Six.
did
Six.
participate?
Six.
Correct. I guess everybody was listening. So I hope that everybody gives round of applause to each one of us because everybody has actively participated. So thank you, everybody. Back to you, Madam Toast, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Upasana, and really a big round of applause for each and everyone present in the meeting because we were great at listening. We were actively listening. So big round of applause there. And let me start with what went very, very good in the meeting and where we can improve a bit. Allow me to share my report. Starting from each and every role, so I'll go sequentially. Sergeant at Arms. Before the meeting started, I saw Toastmaster Nancy playing the role of Sergeant at Arms. She was all there checking audio, video, calling the roll takers and everyone. I didn't find today's Sergeant at Arms doing the role there. And when Toastmaster Ayush, you came, you forgot the meeting number. And secondly, I was waiting for you to welcome each and everyone, charged up the energy of the meeting, bring some excitement. That's the role of the Sergeant at Arms, not only to read the script. So try working on that. Welcome each and everyone. Sure. And next, before I move ahead, a big round of thanks and applaud for Toastmaster Nancy, always there to fill in any gap in any meeting. So unconditionally, she's always there. I have something to learn from her. Next comes the presiding officer, Toastmaster Priyanka. I never feel like saying anything about you because you are one of my darlings, but still great energy. You spoke so much with conviction, shared your journey of being a Toastmasters and what all you have learned and how it shaped your life. Kudos to you on that. I liked your perspective about the perspective. Very well done. The only one point, there are some guests in the meeting and few of them I know personally who are joining the Toastmasters meeting from the very, very first time. They have no idea about ABCD of Toastmasters meetings. So I would have liked if you added just few lines about the Toastmasters history, the sneak peek about how and why this massive institution started. Just one point to be mindful of. And then comes the Toastmasters of the day. It was an interesting topic, compounding, and no one knows that from where to where you are going to take this compounding to, starting from the numbers and the money to the habit building. But I felt it was more like an educational session. There was no audience engagement. Throughout, wherever you got chance, you were just sharing or teaching the lessons. I wish there was more of audience engagement, question answer, interactive session to make the complete session more interesting. Just work on that a bit. Otherwise, the topic was great, and the lessons you shared about 1% habit building, the plus side and the minus side, was amazing. Kudos to you on that. Then comes our time role players, starting from Timer Prabha Luhaniawal. She's a very, very new Toastmasters, and congratulations, you did a great job. So many congratulations on that. Next comes our counter, Toastmaster Jitendra. I just want to share one thing. You have done a marvelous job, which many counter role takers, they miss. Telling the uses and the importance of working on the crutch words. Why it's so important to work on the crutch word. I just suggest you that make your script in 2 parts. When you are sharing the role, share about why it's so important to focus on the crutch. Next, when you're presenting the report, you can share the tips and tricks about what you can do, how we can work on it. You try to share everything in one go. So just make it into 2 parts. It will be much more effective. Otherwise, it was a great job. Thank you for being in my team. The next comes the language teacher. I already say that I'm a bit scared. The only suggestion is that when you are sharing the word of the day on the chat box, share it with the complete detailed meaning, sentence uses, and everything, so that people have a clear-cut idea. Someone might have missed listening to you when you're presenting, you're explaining your role. Otherwise, so much to learn from you. We're looking forward to listen more and more from you. And our listener for the day, she made everyone very, very active, isn't it? The questions were so prompt, and we were also prompt giving the answers. Great job, Toastmaster Upasana there. And now comes the most awaited section of Table Topic Master. We all wait for that, right? And I think I have heard Table Topic Master. I'm not able to see her on the screen, and my bad. Yajna Vij, Toastmaster Yajna Vij. I felt that you took the topic theme of the day, compounding, and you related it to money. And that is where all the topics were based on money. So a simple suggestion is that before you start preparing the topics for the table topic, do consult the Toastmasters of the day. So get a better idea of the theme of the day. It will help you prepare better. Your topics were interesting, but at the same time, a bit tricky, so that not everybody could speak on that frequently. And second thing is that always mention that table topic is a section where the guests or non-Toastmasters can also take part. Otherwise, they don't know whether they can also raise their hand or not. So that's the only suggestion for you. And with this, let me share just 1 point for our overall meeting. It was definitely a great meeting with the great speeches, great evaluation, and so much of participation from table topic speakers. A big round of applause there. But one thing I want to share, which I have learned in the Gabbys in my initial days, and I think I took it to my heart, made it in my mind that this is what I'm going to do, and I want to share that. I remember this learning, I got it from Toastmasters Sourav, and I'm just repeating that today. Toastmasters meetings are a very formal meetings. These are not casual meetings, and we come here to learn multiple things, not only speaking or grammar or crutch words, but these are formal meetings. So it's a request to each one of you, address each other with the proper designation. Don't use informal words like just taking the first name or using Miss or Mr. if you don't know. And I found that many times during the meeting today when people were just taking the first name. Secondly, which I have learned from my mentor when they say that we don't call an engineer ER, a doctor DR, a chartered accountant, we call a chartered accountant a CA, right? So, but in the Toastmasters meeting, try to call Toastmasters of the day, general evaluator, right? Don't call giving it to TMOD. If you are not knowing how to say it, simply take the name Toastmasters so and so. So maintain that formal setting and formal meeting. And once the meeting is adjourned, Feel free to be friendly, pull each other's leg, talk to them with your first name, not a problem. So that's my only suggestion. Otherwise, it was a great, great meeting. Would love to come again. All the very best to each and everyone present here. Thank you very much for listening so patiently. We are all learning together and growing together. We are the Gabbys. Over to you, Toastmasters of the day. Not seeing her.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Madam.
Toastmaster Jyoti Mandal. Over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. With this, I hand over the stage to our PO. Sorry, President. Just now I learned from Madam G.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Let us all give a huge round of applause to all the role takers and speakers of today's meeting for making today's meeting a fantastic meeting. I would also like to welcome the new members of our family. We had 3 members who joined us recently: Toastmaster Anupama Ghosh, Toastmaster Sudharma Pereira, and Toastmaster Rima Mukherjee. And today we have with us, who joined us in today's meeting, is Sudharma Pereira. Let us welcome the new members of our family. Sudharma Pereira, please share us your first meeting in the Gabbys as a Gabby.
As a Gabby. Yeah, it was very good meeting, and my hopes were increased already. I was thinking, what should I learn from Gabbys and Toastmasters Preeti Jain? Today emphasize that again and again. I thought, yeah, I did good investment in Gabbys. And I like to, yeah, Toastmaster Preeti Jain told also, we can say chartered account CA. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, we can say CA because I am a chartered accountant. And also I got to know that we can't say TTO, PO, something. That's good to me. And I am learning a new thing every day. That's why I joined Gabbys, because I want to learn new things every day. That's my targets and visions and all. It's my life. I want to know a lot of things, and I am growing with. I like to grow with Gabby. Over to you, President.
Thank you so much, Sudharma. Thank you so much. And we all are here to learn. We are all here to become a better version of ourselves in whatever areas it could be. Now, before I could call anyone, I would like to call Deena. Can somebody spotlight Deena so that I could read out her table topic? Is Deena spotlighted? Where's Deena? Yeah. Hi, Deena. Yes, so Deena's table topic speech today. Thanks, Toastmaster Madam. Okay, so her topic was, sorry, my team is hang 1 second. Save the rainy day was Deena's topic, and her speech was, affirmation the rainy day is a bad day. That mood affirmation inside that saves my life. Affirmation the save rainy day, the bad storm, this weather. Affirmation and but. I know that wet, rainy, bad day affirmation, and I don't like that rainy days affirmation. Wow, Deena, amazing. And I think, as always, as a general evaluator also mentioned, nobody can beat the record that the number of times you use the word of the day. Let's give her a huge round of applause. Yes, Deena, you're saying something? Thank you so much, Deena. I would now like to hear from few guests. How was today's meeting? I did see guest Robin Moose. Are you there? Okay, I see guest Gian Vikram. Gian.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good
Actually,
evening.
today I couldn't join at the beginning because of some other work. Today, when after joining also, that was enthusiasm. That meeting was very, very good. And as always, I also trying to join with meetings. In past days also I joined, and in future also same. And hope to I still I am thinking to join your family as well, like Sudharma. Let's see.
Looking
Okay, thank
forward.
you very much
Looking
for
forward,
giving
Gian.
the
Thank you
opportunity.
so much. We have Bimpi Kumari. Bimpi Kumari, would you like to share?
Yes, Toastmaster Priyanka. So it was really nice session. Like this is my second time joining this as a guest, and I can see like there is a lot of things from my end to learn here. So I would be taking this session going forward. Thank you,
Thank you
Toastmaster
so much.
Priyanka.
Anybody else? Did I miss?
Hey, I'm JP Jay
Yes.
Prakash.
Hi.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So Sourav, last week he came and that's how I came to know about Gabbys and Scott joined. I think it was very good meeting and well organized, and there was a lot of enthusiasm and very professionally done. Quite impressed, and also just want to appreciate the team for taking it forward. Right, some of us in Bangalore's traffic or due to the practical difficulties are unable to pursue or spend time on Toastmasters, and after COVID, a lot of online clubs have become offline and not even hybrid, right? So thanks for making it happen and continuing to nourish that. Please share the details on what is the fees and other things. Probably I'll see, and I'll look forward to being associate. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prakash. We'll definitely share you the details and reach out to you. We also have
Priyanka, launch the polls parallelly, please. We are over time slightly. You can continue with the feedback. I'll launch the polls. We can keep on voting as well.
Yes, thank you so much. Siddhant, would you like to share? Are you there, Siddhant?
Yes, hi Priyanka.
Hi, Siddhant.
Sorry. It was my first Toastmaster meeting, and it was amazing. Like 2 days back, I didn't know about the club that existed like Toastmaster. It was my cousin who introduced me to this club, and I felt really welcoming with all of you. It was really. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, Toastmaster Priyanka, may I just request for a small change here, because on the poll it says the grammarian is Dhwani. I could have my name on it, please.
We are relaunching the poll. There's a slight error in the poll. We'll do that. Nagesh, can you make me the co-host? Can you make me the host? I'll edit the poll.
And do we have any other guests? Devansh. We have Akshata.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, this was my first Toastmaster meeting as a guest, and I really liked it because it was The format of this was very different to what I'm usually used to. And it was a new perspective to how things can be. And I really liked the different speakers and the different insights that they had. And it was really insightful for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ian. Akshita?
Hey, hi, Toastmaster Priyanka. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, very much.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, so this is my second Toastmaster session as a guest. So I could say it is totally perfect, I can say. So because it had so many interactive sessions and I haven't seen this kind of perfectionism in any other Toastmaster group. Yeah, and table topics were interesting, and as told by others, everyone had their own insights. So I'm looking forward to attend the sessions further. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Akshita. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Satish.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
Satish. Yeah.
Hi, Satish. Tell me.
Yeah, this is also for me second one. Last time I attended the Sanjana's one. It was very, very good. And today also very well organized. And even I came to know a lot of new things, like how to talk, how to call other person from the general evaluator, and also the listener role, something new to me. We were not following in our corporate. Though I just recently joined this Toastmaster thing. I came to know from all people that Gabbys is like it's the next level of Toastmaster thing. So you try to attend more and then learn from that. But yeah, whatever I am hearing, it is all 100% true. I looking forward to attend more and then learn from all of you guys. So it's a very good session overall, actually.
Thank you so much, Satish. And I'm so happy to hear from all of you. Like I also mentioned earlier, we all are here to learn and to grow. And I think today's meeting was a compounding of that, where we had feedback. We also got to learn from our mistakes. And I think if we work on it and apply that small steps that we take, we will all show the compounding effect of our own self one day to the world. And saying that, I guess the polls are going to be launched.
No, Madam President, Madam Presiding Officer, we will not be able to launch the poll today. So the good news is that everyone is a winner today. Everyone is a winner in every of the meetings. But today is a
Yes.
special that everyone is the winner. There's only one poll that we will launch. This poll is working. The rest of the polls are not working. The most difficult poll, and we will do this for someone that we love.
There is no doubt who is the winner for for a poll like this.
And for the rest of the meeting, everyone is a winner. Only this one, we have a clear winner in Dina.
Your winner, yes. When it comes to enthusiasm, when it comes to being very prompt and always giving to the Gabbys. Am I right? Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
I think Dina has left. So yeah, but we'll send the certificate to. Oh, she's there. Dina, did you know?
She's there, not on camera.
Yeah, Dina, you're the best and the most enthusiastic participant. Did you see that? Congratulations, Dina. Back to you, Pio. Presiding officer. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much, Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. And as they say, everything, there's always an end for everything. So now we've come to the end of the meeting. And I will thank you, Dina. Thank you so much. And it's time now for me to adjourn today's meeting and wishing you all a fabulous rest of the day and the coming days.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night, all.
Thank you. Good night.
Can I change your show?